Okay, so in this video, we are going to be talking about adding and subtracting polynomials. I'm going to do a separate video just on multiplying so that it's not so overwhelming. So adding polynomials. So you add polynomials by combining your like terms. So this is stuff that we did back in Unit 0. So this should be somewhat familiar to you. It's going to be kind of a little bit of a review. So remember, a like term is anything that has the exact same variables and exponents. Okay, so we're going to skip down to some of the adding examples first. So for me, I like to go through and kind of like highlight our like terms in different colors just so that we can easily see them. So I've got this 8CD. So I need something else that also has just a C and a D. So CD. And then I've got this minus 3D. So we don't have anything else with just a D, so I'm not going to highlight anything else. And then plus the 4C, and then minus the 2C. So I'm just going to start with the first one over here. So 8CD plus 2CD. So 8 and 2 makes 10CD. And then even if you want, you can go through and cross them out knowing that you've added those together. So then I didn't have another D term, so I'm just going to put that down because there's nothing that I can combine that with. Then the 4C plus a negative 2C. So 4 plus negative 2 is a positive 2C. So now I got those. So I still have this negative 6 left. So just like the negative 3D that we had all by itself, that one's the only one that doesn't have any variables. So tag that onto the end. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. So I've got 3x squared and the 4x squared. The negative 8xy and the 6xy, then negative 5y and the negative 2y. So this one's a little bit nicer because we have one of everything in both polynomials. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Negative 8 plus 6 is a negative 2. And negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative 7. And then you just kind of tack on your variables. So again, kind of a little bit of a review from Unit 0. Now to subtract polynomials, you're going to change everything in the polynomial to the right of the subtraction sign to its opposite sign, and then add. So what that looks like down in the examples. So you're going to change everything in the polynomial that's to the right of the subtraction sign. So that is the second polynomial. So you're going to change all those signs. So I'm going to change this to an add, this one to a minus, and then this one to an add. Then you're going to add them. So now this becomes addition. And then you're going to do exactly what you just did in the lat when you were adding them. So I've got the 6a squared and the 5a squared. Then the 7a and the negative a. And the negative 9 and the positive 10. So when I add those, 6 and 5 is 11a squared. Then 7, and then this is negative a, so that's a negative 1. So that would be 6. Then negative 9 plus 10 would be a positive 1. Okay, so do that same thing here. So I'm going to change this to an addition sign, then minus, plus, minus. So I just went through and changed all of those. So then I've got this 3ax squared. So over here, I've got this ax, but it's the a that's squared, not the x. So those aren't the same. So that's the only one that's like that. So then I've got this negative 5x and this negative 4x. Then the negative 3a and the negative 6a. And then I've got this 8a squared x. So if I start with the first one, so that one I couldn't combine with anything, so that one's all by itself. Then the negative 5 plus a negative 4x. So two negatives stay negative, so that's negative 9x. Negative 3 and the negative 6 is a negative 9a. And then I still have this one that I can just add on to the end. Okay, so I'm going to have to stop there instead because class is about to end. So go through on your worksheet and do the ones that you can, and I'll make a second video with finishing this and the multiplying. Okay, have a good day.